The first temple was built by King Solomon in 957 BC from the plans written by his father King David. The temple took 7 years to build. It was the crown jewel of Jerusalem and the center of worship to the Lord. David chose Mount Moriah to build the first temple. Mount Moriah was significant because it was where God told Abraham to bring his son Isaac. This is the same location in Jewish tradition that Adam, the first human, was created at the foundation stone at the peak of Mount Moriah. The traditional site of Golgotha, where Jesus was crucified, was also near Mount Moriah. Solomon drafted 3 times the number of workers needed for the temple project and then arranged a schedule so that they wouldn't have to be away from home for long periods of time. This showed his concern for the welfare of his worker and the importance he placed on family life. He conscripted 70,000 men as carriers, 80,000 as stonecutters in the hills, and 3,600 as foremen over them. Solomon says in 2 Chronicles, "Now I'm about to build a temple for the name of the Lord my God, to dedicate it to him for burning fragrant incense before him, for setting out the consecrated bread regularly, and for making burnt offering every morning and evening on the Sabbath and new moons, and at the appointed feast of the Lord our God. The temple I build must be large and magnificent." Solomon begins building on the 2nd day of the 2nd month in the 4th year of his reign. He overlaid the inside with pure gold. He paneled the main hall with pine and covered it with fine gold and decorated it with palm trees and chain design. He adorned the temple with precious stone, and gold he used was the gold of Parvan. He overlaid the ceiling beams, door frames, walls, and doors of the temple with gold. He carved cherubims on the wall. Outside there was a large bronze altar, also called brazen altar of sacrifice. The altar was 20 cubits square and 10 cubits high, and was made entirely of brass. It was placed before the temple and had steps leading up to it. 10 bronze lavers with 5 placed on each side of the temple, each holding 40 baths used for priests to wash their hands and feet before performing rituals. A large bronze basin, which is called the Sea of Cast Metal or Molten Sea, which can hold over 2,000 baths. The sea stood on 12 oxen, 3 facing north, 3 facing west, 3 facing east, 3 facing south. The oxen symbolized strength. The 12 oxen represented the 12 tribes of Israel. Inside the temple in the holy place, there was a total of 10 lampstands, 5 on the right, 5 on the left, table of gold whereupon the showbread was, and the altar of incense. The temple was also decorated with cherubim carved on the walls, lions woven into tapestry, palm trees covers on the stands. The temple was built from the stone block and had roof and interior lined with wood planks. The holy sanctum was overlaid with pure gold, and was also contained a pair of 15-foot tall cherubims. The Ark of the Covenant was placed beneath the 2 cherubim in the Holy of Holies, or the most holy place in the Temple of Jerusalem. Solomon's temple stood in Jerusalem for almost 400 years, and it was destroyed in 586 BC by Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, after a siege on Jerusalem.